Hello students. So in this lecture we will see two kinds of combination of capacitors. Okay. First we will discuss series combination and then we will discuss parallel combination. Okay. Then we will see few examples related to mixed combinations. Okay. So first series combination. Series combination. Okay. So first I am drawing a diagram related to three capacitors connected in series. Okay, I am taking three capacitors. It may be any number. Okay, I am taking three capacitors connected in series. This is series connection. Okay, and they are joined with an external battery. Okay, potential is suppose V. Okay, clear? So this is the circuit. Three capacitors are in series. Suppose their capacitances are C1, C2 and C3. Okay, clear? So we have to find the equivalent capacitance of this series combination. So how will you do? So first we have to understand what is the thing is happening here. Okay. So if you keep three capacitors in series, then which physical quantity will remain constant? Okay, that you have to understand. If in place of capacitor we keep resistance, then what will happen? All you know what will happen. Which physical quantity remains constant here? That is I remains constant, current remains constant, right? So here the constant quantity is charge. Okay, in this capacitor charge will be Q, in this capacitor it will be Q, in this capacitor it will be Q. Okay, clear? Clear? And here the potential difference, this V will be divided. Suppose across this capacitor it is V1, across this capacitor it is V2 and across this it is V3. Okay, so Q is constant and this total potential is dividing across the three capacitors. Okay, so our first equation will be total potential is V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, clear? Now in place of these three capacitors in series, if we keep one capacitor, that is the equivalent capacitor, okay, then the circuit will look like this. This is one capacitor and the battery. Okay, this is V. Now capacitance is suppose C equivalent, charge will remain same, that is Q. Okay, then we will use the basic formula of capacitance, that is in place of V we will write Q into C. Okay, Q equal to, we will use that formula, Q equal to CV. Okay, we will use that equation, Q equal to CV. So in place of V we will write Q by C equivalent. Okay, now V1 means Q by C1, Q by C1, V2 Q by C2 and V3 Q by C3. Clear? Clear? Now take Q common on the right hand side. Q common, so it will be 1 by C1, 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay, Q cancelled out. So the equivalent capacitance of this series combination will be this. Okay, if there are three capacitors, then series combination will give this thing. Okay, we have to use this formula, okay, to find the equivalent capacitance when they are in series. So there are three capacitors. If there are n capacitors, then 1 by C equivalent, 1 by C1, 1 by C2 plus ... 1 by Cn. Clear? This is the in general equation when the capacitors are in series connection. Clear? Clear? So this is the derivation. This derivation is also very important for board exam. Okay, 2 mark question. Okay, derive equivalent capacitance for series combination. Okay, then you have to do this. Okay, so this is our formula. Okay, so we'll write few things related to this formula. So I am erasing this part. Okay, so our formula is 1 by C equivalent equal to 1 by C1, 1 by C2 plus ... 1 by Cn if there are n capacitors in series. Okay, now what are the important points here? First point, the reciprocal of equivalent capacitance is equal to the addition of the reciprocal of individual capacitances. Okay, reciprocal of equivalent capacitance is equal to the addition of reciprocal of individual capacitances. Clear? Clear? From this we can write this one. Second point, here charge remain constant across each capacitor. Okay, charge on each capacitor, charge on each capacitor remain same. Okay, third point, the total potential is dividing across the capacitors. Okay, so total potential is dividing across the capacitors. Okay, and if you look at this formula, then V will be what? Q by C, right? So potential on each capacitor, potential across each capacitor will be inversely proportional to their capacitances. Okay, so fourth point you can write, that is V is proportional to 1 by C here, because Q is constant. Okay, so potential across each capacitor is inversely proportional to their respective capacitances. Okay, so V proportional to 1 by C. More C means less potential. Okay, more C means less potential, more capacitance, then potential across this capacitance will be smaller. Okay, charge remains constant. Okay, so these are the few points related to series combination. Clear? And this is the formula for series combination. Okay, remember this and also practice the derivation. Okay, clear? Now next, parallel combination. I am erasing. Second one is parallel combination. Okay, so first I am drawing a diagram of parallel combination. Suppose I am taking again the three capacitors in parallel. These are the three capacitors in parallel combination, and these three capacitors are connected to an external battery. Okay, external battery. So suppose this potential of the battery is V, and the capacitances are C1, C2, C3. Okay, and we have to find the equivalent. So I am drawing the equivalent circuit also. So this is the equivalent capacitance and this is battery. V, C equivalent. Clear? So here again we have to understand which physical quantity remains constant in this case. Okay, you have done that resistances in parallel. Okay, resistances in parallel you have already done. If they are connected with an external battery, then which physical quantity remains constant here? The physical quantity remains constant, that is this potential. Across this resistance, potential is V. Across this resistance, potential is V. Across this resistance, potential is again V. So here the same situation you will see, that across this capacitance C1 potential is V, across C2 potential V, across C3 potential V. So here the constant physical quantity is the potential difference across each capacitors. Okay, and the variable quantity here is the charge. Okay, suppose charge on this capacitor is Q1, this capacitor Q2, this capacitor Q3, and the total charge delivered by this battery is Q. When Q reaches at this point, it gets divided into three parts. Okay, Q1, Q2, Q3. Clear? So from which equation we will start? That is total charge is dividing, that is Q1, Q2 plus Q3. We will use that same equation, Q equal to CV. Okay, and here equivalent capacitance, only one capacitor is there, so total charge will be Q. Okay, so we can write Q will be C equivalent into V, C equivalent into V, Q1, that means C1 into V, C1 into V, Q2 C2 V, Q3 C3 V, because potential is same, okay, across the three capacitors. Now take V common on the right hand side, so V, C1, C2, C3, V cancelled out, you will get C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So this is the equivalent capacitance when the capacitors are connected in parallel. Okay, when the capacitors are connected in parallel. For n number of capacitors connected in parallel, the formula will be C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus dot 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 plus Cn. Okay, okay, clear. So again I am writing few points regarding this circuit. Okay, I am writing this equation at the top. So this derivation is also important for your board exam. Okay, derive the equivalent capacitance of a parallel combination of capacitors. Okay, so I am erasing, practice this derivation. So again I am writing few points regarding this equation and regarding this circuit. So equivalent capacitance, C equivalent in the parallel combination, that is C1 plus C2 plus dot 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 Cn. Okay, so important points are first one, here the equivalent capacitance is equal to the addition of individual capacitances. Okay, just normal addition, algebraic addition. Okay, equivalent capacitance is equal to the algebraic addition of the individual capacitances. Okay, clear? This is the first point. Second point, which remains constant here, that is the potential difference across each capacitors remains constant. Okay, so potential difference across each capacitors remain same. Okay, third thing is, that is the charge, total charge is getting divided through the three capacitors here. Okay, so total charge, that means Q will be Q1 plus Q2. If there are n capacitors, then it will be Qn. And fourth point we can write here, potential is constant. Okay, that means Q, charge stored in each capacitor, is directly proportional to its capacitance. Okay, that means we can write Q is directly proportional to C. Okay, charge stored in each capacitor is directly proportional to its capacitance. Okay, if capacitance is more, then charge stored will be more. Okay, so these are the 4 points regarding the parallel combination. Okay, clear. Now I am writing series and parallel together, and then I will be telling about this series and parallel combination with resistors. Okay, what happens in the resistors case and what happens in capacitors case. So resistors here capacitors. Okay, if you remember one, you can find the first point. If resistors are in series, then what will be the equivalent? R equivalent equal to R1 R2 dot 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 Rn. Okay, if capacitors are in series, then what will be the formula? 1 by C, right here series CS, then you will understand CS 1 by C1 1 by C2 plus dot 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 1 by Cn. Okay, second point, look at the second point. In parallel, resistances are in parallel, then 1 by Rp, right here Rp equal to 1 by R1 1 by R2 plus dot 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 1 by Rn. Second point, in capacitors in parallel combination, C parallel equal to C1 C2 dot 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 Cn. So formula of resistances in series is equivalent to the formula of capacitances in parallel. Okay, normal addition. Okay, so remember in this way. Okay, third point, what happens in series connection of resistors, which quantity remains constant? Current I remains constant. Okay, third point, in series of capacitors, which quantity remains constant? Charge remains constant. Okay, fourth point, in parallel, which quantity remains constant? V remains constant. In capacitors also the same quantity remains constant. In parallel, V remains constant. Okay, clear? Okay, now I am telling few points related to the capacitors. When n number of capacitors having capacitances C, each capacitors have the capacitance C. Okay, so first point, suppose this is the circuit dot dot dot, this is n capacitors having capacitance C in this way. There are n capacitors. Okay, n capacitors. Okay, then what will be the equivalent capacitance? Okay, of this circuit, what will be the equivalent capacitance? Equivalent capacitance will be CS. This is series combination, so CS will be C by N. Okay, you can use the formula, you will get this thing, CS equal to C by N. Okay, and in series combination, the equivalent capacitance is always smaller than the capacitances present in the circuit. Okay, equivalent capacitance is always smaller than the capacitances present in the circuit. Okay, second, suppose n number of capacitors now connected in parallel combination. Clear? N number of, and their capacitances are same, C. Okay, they are connected in parallel and there are n capacitors. Okay, then what will be the equivalent capacitance? So CP parallel will be what? Parallel means normal addition, so it will be N into C. Okay, now if you look at these two formulas, then here this CS is always smaller than the individual capacitances present in the circuit, and here CP equal to NC, that means CP is always greater than the individual capacitances present in the circuit. Clear? So now I am giving one very important question, that is, suppose you have few capacitors. Okay, their capacitances may be equal or may be different, okay, and a source of potential difference, okay, source of energy, you can tell, battery, okay. Now you have to make one combination using those capacitors so that you can store maximum amount of energy in that combination of capacitors, okay. So how will you combine those capacitors with external source, okay. So I am erasing this. So you all know the formula of energy stored in the capacitor, that is E equal to half CV square Q square by 2C, and another formula is half Q into V, okay. These are the three formulas, okay, we had already seen in one of the lecture. So suppose there are few number of capacitors, okay, and one combination you can use series, another combination you can use parallel, another there are lot of combination you can use few parallel, and with that combination rest of the capacitors are in series, okay. There are lot of combinations, but in one combination you will get maximum amount of energy stored, okay. So what will be that combination? So if you join them in series, okay, if you join them in series, then what will happen? Suppose their capacitors are different, C1, C2, C3, and suppose there are n number of capacitors. So what will happen? What will happen here? And they are connected across a battery. Okay, suppose this is the battery of potential V. So what will happen here? Here CS you will get. Okay, CS means reciprocal of this will be 1 by C1, 1 by C2 plus dot 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 1 by Cn, and we know that CS is always smaller than the individual capacitances, okay. So this is the smaller capacitance, that means if you join them in series, then the equivalent capacitance is always smaller, right? Equivalent capacitance is always smaller, and the energy in series will be half CS V square, okay. Another combination, suppose you are taking parallel combination, okay, these and there are suppose n number and these, okay, C1, C2 same capacitors, Cn, and they are connected to the external source in this way. This is suppose V external source is same, okay. So in this combination you will get Cp equal to simple addition, and that means the equivalent capacitance is always greater than the individual capacitances, and the energy stored in this system will be EP will be half Cp into V square, okay. Energy stored in this system, okay, in this system, energy stored in this system, okay. So here half Cp V square, here half Cs V square. V is common, so forget about V. Now E, energy, is directly proportional to the equivalent capacitance. So in which circuit you will get more equivalent capacitance? You all know that in parallel combination you will get maximum equivalent capacitance, right? So in parallel combination you will get maximum equivalent capacitance. So Cp is always greater than Cs, okay. That means EP will be greater than ES. So if you connect those capacitors in parallel combination and connect those combination with an external source, then energy stored in that system will be maximum, okay. This is the condition, energy stored in the system will be maximum when you will join the capacitors in parallel combination. Clear? So I am writing this point here. So energy stored in a system of capacitors will be maximum when they all are connected in parallel combination, Okay, when they all are connected in parallel combination, then you will get maximum energy stored in that system. Okay, and here V is constant, here and here in these two circuits V is constant, right? And we know that fundamental formula, fundamental relation, that is Q equal to C into V. Okay, here V is constant in both the case. Okay, so charge stored in the system of capacitors is proportional to C, right? Charge stored in the system of capacitors in these two cases is directly proportional to the equivalent capacitance. Okay, here again Cp is greater than Cs, that means Qp will be greater than Qs. Okay, charge stored in the system of capacitors will also be maximum when they are connected in parallel. Okay, and also energy stored in the system of capacitors will be maximum when they are connected in parallel. Clear? Now we will solve few numericals related to these circuits. Okay, so our first numerical is three capacitors, this, they are connected across 10 volt. Okay, 10 volt battery. This is 8, 16, 25, 8 microfarad, 16 microfarad and 24 microfarad. Question is find C equivalent, and second one is charge Q1 on plates of capacitor C1. Okay, this is the question. Find equivalent capacitance first. So equivalent capacitance means we have to check whether these capacitors are in series connection or parallel connection. So here the capacitors are in series connection. Right? Series connection means the formula is 1 by C series equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 24. Do not convert it into farad because all are in microfarad here. Okay, so do LCM, you will get 48, then 6 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 11. 11 by 48. So C equivalent will be 48 by 11 microfarad. Always write the unit. Okay, this is the equivalent capacitance. Okay, then charge Q1 on plates of capacitors. Here in series combination charge will be same, here Q, here Q, here Q. Okay, so how will you find the charge? And the equivalent circuit, if you draw the equivalent circuit, 10 volt and the equivalent CS, then charge on CS will also remain same, that is Q. So if we use this circuit, this simple circuit, then we can automatically find the charge on C1, charge on C2, charge on C3. Any question we can solve. So second part, charge on C1. Okay, that means charge on this CS. Okay, Q equal to CS into V. CS here 48 by 11 into 10. Okay, 48 by 11 into 10. Charge, so it will be coulomb. Okay, then 480 by 11 coulomb. Clear? If you are asked that find the charge on capacitor C2, then also this will be the answer. Charge on the capacitor C3, then also this will be the answer. Clear? So in series connection, charge remains constant on each capacitor. Clear this question? Next, question number 2. In question number 2, we will see mixed combination. That means series combination is there, parallel combination is also there. We have to find the equivalent capacitance. Okay, these are very, very important questions. So first I am giving this question. These are the 2 points A, B. This is 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 2 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 2 microfarad, and this is 1 microfarad. Okay, so you have to find the equivalent capacitance across these 2 points A, B. Okay, so for solving this kind of problem, first you have to look, or you have to find that part of a circuit in which potential remains constant or charge remains constant. First of all, you have to find that thing. So if you look at this circuit, then in this part, okay, in this part, 1 microfarad, 2 microfarad, and this 1 microfarad are in series. Look at this, are in series. That means charge remains constant, are in series. So first we will solve this part. Okay, 1, 2, 1. So series means 1 by CS equal to 1 by 1 here, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1. So you will get 2, 2, 1, 2, that means 5 by 2. So CS you will get 2 by 5 microfarad. Okay, as you have found this, so remove this part and join that capacitor across this. Okay, so it is 2 by 5 microfarad. Now look at this part. They are in parallel. Parallel means simple add them. So 2 by 5 plus 2, then it will be 12 by 5, right? So 12 by 5. So remove this part. Now remove this part. Now write 12 by 5 microfarad. Now it is simple. These three are in series. These three are in series. So again series formula. So 1 by CS equal to 1 by 1. Reciprocal of this, that means 5 by 12 plus 1 by 1. So this will be 12, 5, 12 by 12. Okay, so you will get 24, 29 by 12, and CS will be 12 by 29 microfarad. Clear everyone? In this way you have to solve this kind of problem. Okay, another numerical I am giving related to this part. I am erasing. Now question number 3. 3. So here this. Okay, now this is the connection. Okay, these are the two junctions A, B. We have to find the equivalent capacitance across this AB. This is 2 microfarad, 2 microfarad, 2 microfarad. This is 1 microfarad, and this is also 1 microfarad. We have to find the equivalent capacitance. I am giving option A 1 microfarad, B 2 microfarad, C 3 microfarad, and D 4 microfarad. Okay, so here how will you solve? Again you have to find that part of the circuit in which either charge is constant or potential is constant. So which part? In which part charge or potential is constant? In which part? So this part. Okay, if you take this part, then here these two are in series, right? These two are in series. So first 1 by CS equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That means it will be 1. So CS will be 1 microfarad. So remove this part then. Remove this part and join here a capacitor having capacitance 1 microfarad. Okay. Now look at these two. They are in parallel. Parallel means simple addition. Then 1 plus 1 it will be 2. Okay, then remove this circuit, put here 2 microfarad. Okay, now look at this part. Okay, this part. These two are in series, and with this 1 microfarad is in parallel. Okay, these two are in series, again 2, 2. You will get again 1. Okay, so I am erasing this part. So again you will get 1. So 1 microfarad. Again they are in parallel. They are in parallel means 1 plus 1 will be 2 microfarad is the answer. So here answer will be this 2 microfarad. Clear? 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 Okay. Okay, I am giving the last problem related to this kind, that is a mixed combination. What was the number? I forget. So this, and there is another capacitor. Okay, so there are 2 microfarad, 4 microfarad, 4 microfarad, 2 microfarad, and this is 5 microfarad. You have to find the equivalent capacitance of this circuit. Okay, so how will you find? How will you find? Here you have to find one thing. Okay, this is a particular kind of circuit. We will do this kind of circuit in the next chapter, that is current electricity, and this kind of circuit is known as Wheatstone bridge. In place of capacitors we will place different resistors, okay, in that circuit. So here we get one condition. If that condition is fulfilled, then we can remove this part. We can remove this circuit. Okay, this part of the circuit we can remove. So what we have to check? We have to check that this by this and this by this. So this by this equal to 2 by 4. And this by this equal to again 2 by 4, and they are equal. Okay, this by this. Okay, and then this by this. Okay, if they are equal, here they are equal. If they are equal, then we can remove this part. Okay, we can remove this part. Clear? Clear? If we remove this part, then look at the circuit. These two capacitors are in series. These two capacitors are in series. Okay, so from these two are in series. So 1 by Cs will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So we will get 2 plus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. That means Cs will be 4 by 3. So in place of these two capacitors, we can write 3 by 4 microfarad. Okay, 3 by 4 microfarad. Again these two are in series and the same value. So we will get again, sorry, 4 by 3. And again in the second case we will get 4 by 3 microfarad. Okay, now they are in parallel. Clear? They are in parallel. So the equivalent capacitance will be simple addition. 4 by 3 plus 4 by 3 microfarad. We will get 8 by 3 microfarad. Clear? Clear? Here these two are in series. That means charge on this part, these two will be same. Okay, these two will be same, and charge on these two will remain same, Q2 and Q2. Okay, clear? Charge on these two will be same because they are in series. Again they are in series, so charge on these two will remain same, that is Q2, Q2. Clear? Clear this part? Clear? So these are the topic: series and parallel combination, and the mixed combination, and the different points related to series and parallel combination. These are few numericals. Okay, very important numericals. Find equivalent capacitance, very important for board and competitive. Okay, and the derivation of series and parallel are also very important for your board exam. Clear?